The daily anarcho stack. RISC CPUs have been on a slow climb to overtake AMD and Intel for the past 50 plus years now. Open source CPUs are finally being realized after RISC-V in 2010. RISC, a reduced instruction set computer, is basically a set of computational instructions given to a computer on an individual basis instead of more complex instruction sets found in processors like AMD, Intel, and even ARM. The first use case of this processor was done around 1964, and ever since then, and up until 2010, RISC processors suffered from more code needing to be written, the slowness of the processing of information, and the lack of available developers to code for RISC processors, and software to interact with those chips. RISC processors have been, in the last 20 years or so, only for either servers, Unix workstations, embedded devices, and the like. Usually those use cases are for educational, military, and/or research and development in businesses. However, things are changing now with the introduction of RISC-V. RISC-V or RISC-V is an established set of open-source licensed principles of the instruction set architecture, or ISA, and has fully opened the door for an open-source CPU that is able to be used without closed-sourced or corporate gatekeeping. For example, Apple's Silicon chip, the M1, and other iterations of the M1, IBM's Power PC, many chips in the gaming consoles like Xbox One, PlayStation, and the like, and embedded devices like routers, relay controls, and telecommunications devices. This is a huge development as now small startups, entrepreneurs, and research departments can access hardware that is free from corporate and possibly government interference. One of those startups, Deep Computing, is one I have my eye on, as this could be a laptop that is future-proof, planned obsolescence free, or free from planned obsolescence, and the customizability that allows the end user free reign to build a computing device as they see fit. There's more information in a video in my Substack that is found about 2025 updates to RISC-V. Deep Computing has their DC Roma RISC-V laptop 2 as a prime example of what a configurable modern-day laptop would look like. And there's a picture in my Substack. Very nice. Looks like a MacBook Pro or a sleek Lenovo ThinkPad X1, a Carbon X1. It has a sleek design and it rivals what I wanted in an Apple MacBook Air or Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen laptop, as those contain proprietary hardware and CPU chips, as well as gatekeeping developers into coding for those chips and only for those chips. The older generations of the DC Roma are still available for purchase, but I hear it is slow, does not have many developers for the hardware, and has limited availability depending on where one lives. The main reason I am interested in this project and particular laptop is I really want fun being brought back to computing, and open architecture would allow that. Consumers should have choices beyond the AMD, ARM, Silicon, and Intel paradigm. It is time to decentralize the hardware and allow developers and end users alike the freedom to use their own devices as they see fit. It is time to realize Richard Stallman's dream of freed hardware designs. In our name, I3UTM.